Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yes. I stumbled. I fucked it up.
Do I?
Yes, have some.
Yes, have some.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Yes Have Some podcast. My name is Craig Goldberg. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the holiday season. Welcome to the cold. It's cold here. Jacob, is it cold where you are?
Nope. Got my air conditioner on in my other room.
Okay. Well, it's cold here. And I'm warming up with a brand new YHS podcast hoodie, which by the time you listen to this will be available in the brand new YHS merch shop. Actually, this one might not be, but there is hoodies there.
Not that exact hoodie, but yeah, others
one.
like it.
I'm not sending you mine, but there are hoodies
Unless
there.
you'd like that. If you would like to pay a premium for Craig's sweatshirt,
I'll sell anything. I'll sell you. Hey, I mean, that's what people do that. There's like women who sell articles of clothing to supplement their income and bathtub water, all sorts of stuff. So whatever you guys want from us, we will do it.
Be happy to provide.
We'll be happy to provide. We'll lean in.
Is that how we're starting this?
But yeah, shopyhs.com. You can get a t-shirt, Toy Anxiety logo, YHS podcast logo. We'll talk more about it later. Abigail, how are you?
Doing well. Got a nice setup here. Thanks to you actually cleaning the house up and kind of redistributing my stuff. So now I'm surrounded and I'm symmetrical and I love it.
I'm wondering
Thank you.
if we didn't say anything, if people, because it's kind of the same, but it's definitely in a very different spot. So, but it looks good. And Jacob, how are you?
I'm good. You two both look like you're spending the night in Kramer's apartment with the Kenny Roasters chicken sign.
Yeah,
across the street. Well, because you're both very red. There's
We're
both a lot of
glowing.
red happening.
There's a lot of red. I'm going to adjust that in post.
No, I mean it's fun. It's not a bad thing. You just it reminds me of that episode.
We're glowing. We have
holiday season.
you have a heater right in front of you.
Well, part of that is my light is I have the worst light you can buy, and it fucks. Like, I think it's probably bad for. Do you think fluorescent light is just bad for the human skin? We're gonna know in 30 years when all the streamers are like,
I don't know.
All the streamers are like, turns out it was unnatural to have all this fluorescent light. Just,
I mean, it can't be any worse. It can't be any worse than like the sun. Which is the hottest thing in the fucking
dude. I think the
galaxy.
I have a candle like right in front of me because I like the smell.
Yeah,
baby.
What kind of smell is it?
Farm apple and pumpkin.
Oh, I like that.
That's my favorite.
That's my kind of candle right there.
I love fall flavors, man. I would like to go to an apple orchard. I think and pick an apple.
Me too. They're all up north Georgia. There's probably one 5 minutes from you.
Yeah.
We should do that next fall. Because
I'm going to cut out the middleman. I'm not going to the grocery store for these apples. I'm going right to the source.
Some cider.
Here at YHS, we pick our own apples.
Yeah. Ooh. New logo. New slogan.
How about them apples?
Let's take it.
Oh.
How about these apples? Growing up, my godfather, they had like a crab apple tree, and they let me go pick the apples, but I would always be disappointed. Like, you can't. These are not free to eat.
They're not the same as apples, though. They're like little nasty, tart, mushy apples.
Yeah. So, but anyways, so thanks everybody for being here. It's been a fun week. I feel like we just recorded. So last week, we had a little bit of fun talking about the exploits and the adventures of our friend Logan Kim. Well, he was talking about it too. I guess there wasn't any exploits there, although I've been thinking about this Dodge Challenger he wants, and I think he should get it. We need to talk to his parents, but let him buy the car.
Christmas is coming.
Yeah, sounds like you want to give him a car. Like you want to show up at the party and do that.
No.
Yeah.
He's an actor. He can get his own fucking car.
Oh, yeah. He should buy me a car. That's what I'm going to ask for Christmas. I want Logan Kim to buy me a Dodge Challenger. Jacob, that was a fun chat. Did you enjoy catching up with Logan?
Yeah, always do. I liked, talking about other things, talking about his music and movies and stuff like that. Stuff a little outside of listen, I love Ghostbusters, but come on. Sometimes it's
really
like,
do.
all right, let's talk about something else. So it was fun.
Yeah, he's doing good. I think he's got a bright career ahead of him. Abigail, sell the episode to people who haven't listened to the chat last week. What would you tell them?
I mean, Logan Kim podcast from Frozen Empire and Ghostbusters Afterlife. Dan Aykroyd's sidekick counterpart from the movie. It's a cool dude, and we've gotten to know him over the years, and we just had a really nice chat with him, and that's what it was. And I'm always down to talk about movies and music and comedy and cars and such with such a cool kid. He's awesome.
We should have named that episode Logan Kim Grows Up.
Yeah.
Right before our very eyes.
Yeah.
Coming of age.
God. He's going to be pretty certain he'll be the OG. I think the OGs will,
That's my Ghostbusters.
that
Those
makes
are
no
my
sense.
original
Hold on.
Ghostbusters.
And now, ready for this? And now a clip from Yes Have Some podcast. Recording date March 18th, 2047. Hey guys, so you think Logan will do another one? You think McKenna will be back?
They'll bring him back.
McKenna's been so reluctant. You know, I sometimes think she hates Ghostbusters. She's like the new Bill Murray. That's gonna be us. I've often wondered, like, none of us have the guts to ever stop this thing. Like, we're in it we are doing this till the day we die.
And then beyond, in the afterlife, we're still going to find a way to talk to each other. Even, I don't know if that's possible, but.
No,
but if it is,
not,
we're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
Probably, they have CB radio over there.
They have radio over there.
If we're all buried together, it'll be nice.
If these,
too dark?
Jacob,
sorry.
We're all buried. If the three, we share a plot.
Throw me in the trash. I don't give a fuck.
He really doesn't. He's not lying. Abigail, preferred burial. Go. Sorry.
I would say curry. I want to say no. I don't want cremation.
Curry?
I like the idea of being in a very pretty vase. I do think that a traditional burial, or maybe burial at sea, like being set off into the water. That'd be nice.
I want like a 21 gun salute of all the different sounds a proton pack makes. I want boson darts. I want them to hear it in Pittsburgh. Well, anyways, we'll get back onto something not so morbid. Check out our interview with Logan Kim. It's available now on the podcast stream, wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And then, of course, we talked about the announcement of The Real Ghostbusters, A Visual History, which is a book that wrote with Troy Benjamin. Listen, Amazon top seller in multiple categories. Although I've been sad as the week has gone on.
You didn't like buy a whole bunch of your own book, though, did you? Like,
we don't have the money for that.
Stop!
We can't afford the deluxe edition.
Well, you're talking about Abby's talking about how we're poor, and Jacob's talking about Ghostbusters Fan Fest.
Bestseller over here.
Got a bestseller here. It was fun. It was a fun week. So yeah, Abby just got on.
It
just clicked because that's how.
Why can't we talk about that?
We don't know.
We don't know that person.
I mean, it's $1 billion franchise.
They're not listening.
We'll talk about it. We'll you know what? We'll do a bonus episode. We'll peel the curtain back on some of the shenanigans of
Hey, we should
Wizard World.
We should do that.
Ooh,
maybe we can all watch that one video that surfaced and comment on it.
We'll do it. Revisiting Ghostbusters Fan Fest 5 years later.
A true story.
Still bitter.
Oh, that might be just a great YouTube video.
Put him in the shoe line.
I feel like Eric would be like, "Don't release this."
Don't.
Yeah, but we can. Yeah, but the thing I was talking about, nobody gives a fuck if I mention that.
No, I don't
You're right. There it is.
Except you,
I don't know. She was a guest on the show. I never slag a fellow artist. In the words
really?
of Dan Aykroyd.
Hey, really? Let me get that email you sent her real quick.
Yeah, and also a guest on the most stressful conversation. Like if you recall it, God, we have to go back and and listen to this because I remember it being like, oh, we're going to get Eric on the line? Okay.
PTSD. It's a real thing.
It's real.
I'm going through it right now. Our listeners are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Find out on Patreon soon. We're going to do it.
Yeah.
FanFest Revisited. Class 10
story.
to the moon. Hey, Jacob, how do you feel about these drones? I feel like we have to talk about them because remember when COVID started? I was like, well, what's this COVID thing? You're like, I don't know. And then like a week later, the world shut down.
Yeah.
So just in case
the drones shut the world down.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're drones. I don't know what to think. Like, it's weird. I don't know the full story. I don't know how many people actually know the full story, but
yeah,
they're drones and not UFOs. So I don't care.
They're not UFOs for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's got to go down there.
Yeah.
I think
I've heard
interesting, but I said I think it's interesting that it's happening, but I don't.
There's already
I don't
all
venture
there's
a
like all
guess.
there's all these conspiracy theories. There's people who think the big one going around is like, oh, they're looking for a nuclear weapon that's been misplaced, which is my favorite one.
Okay.
Somebody lost it. Actually, I know what it is. It's those two in the box. They're shipping. And
they're being delivered via drone.
Yeah, well, like Amazon's got drones, and like Domino's has that little thing like goes down the street.
The Ghostbusters fans
in New Jersey.
All the Ghostbusters fans are being so annoying that Hasbro's like, we better order some drones and get these traps out so people stop, so they just shut the fuck up.
It's Operation 2 the Box, top secret military mission. We brought in the big guns. Really? Who? Proton Charging, YHS, Ghostbusters HQ, GB fans. Pete Mosen's here, man of the drones. It's gonna be great. Yeah, I don't know what they are. I'm not really worried about. I haven't seen any. You can't go. Twitter is a fucking nightmare, and all I see is people like. It's literally like fake videos of like AI generated drones, and people are like, saw another one, and it's like 8 million replies. So I don't know. Anyways, well, we'll talk about fun stuff tonight, and if there's any development, well, you could stay up to date on YHS. Well, we've got top.
We'll be reporting on it.
We've got a fun year coming up next year. I've been mapping it out. This was a great year, and I told Jacob yesterday that I think maybe for our last episode of the year, we should do like a recap, like the YHS year in review, and we'll cover everything from the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire world premiere and the red carpet and the YHS party to all the San Diego Comic-Con and New York Comic-Con and Dragon Con and all the Hasbro stuff. I mean, it has been a fun year, but Jacob, I've been thinking, is there a chance 2025 ends up being an even more fun year? Like, do we have more on the docket?
It's possible. Do we have more on the docket? I'm not sure that we have more. We don't have, going to London and watching Dan Aykroyd film a Ghostbusters movie on the.
That was 2023 though.
But it was. Well, we also were on set in March of this year watching. When was that?
That was
December.
It was
that December?
Yeah, it was a year ago. Yeah,
I thought that was in March for some reason.
March was the movie release.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I don't pay attention to time.
Jacob doesn't know.
It's all made
The Dark
up.
Knight, 2008. That's where it starts. But yeah, it's been a fun year. It's been a fun year.
I would echo that.
But next year we've got. Well, we might be going to Toy Fair. We're just trying to figure that out in March.
Yeah, maybe.
We've got a Bill Murray concert in Atlanta.
Yeah,
we're getting stories out of that.
That's happening for sure.
It's finally going to happen for us.
Finally going to see the Bill Murray concert. We've got Star Wars Celebration with 2 weeks in Japan, which is going to be incredible and something we're all looking forward to. And then, it'll be con season again. Back to San Diego and everything.
Yeah,
else.
I'm going to G-Fest this year.
Jake, okay, tell us about that. G-Fest for the unenlightened.
It's the like the big Godzilla convention that happens every year in Chicago. Going to that with Jay Key with Toku Toy Town. And it's going to be fun. You guys should come to that.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
If all goes according to plan on other top secret projects that we're trying to do, like we're not going to have time for full-time jobs or even podcasting. Yeah. We're shutting this all down.
This is our notice to our jobs.
This is our 2 weeks.
Hey, I want to go back to the Stanley Hotel.
Me fucking too, dog.
I'm going to go there. They have like more Stephen King like setups there now, and they have like a replica of the bathroom from The Shining, and I don't know. It would just be fun to go again and stay another couple of nights. And
that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was 2017 ago. Well, let's do that.
Let's book it for my birthday in November.
That's it'd be great when it's snowy. Cool. Yeah, that'd be really that'd be nice.
That'd be perfect.
Do it. I want to ski. I've never skied.
Okay. No, we'll take you skiing.
Take it back. I want to sit in a lodge where there's a rack of skis. I want to just sit by a fire and wear a sweater.
Drink cocoa.
I just want some of those goggles, big goggles.
Yeah. Honestly, I'll go back to the Stanley if I can read
and watch Ski School or whatever.
Ski
School, Ski Patrol.
There's a couple of those movies. Yeah.
And Dumb and Dumber. There's a good skiing in Dumb and Dumber.
I found out today. This is kind of weird because I found out because somebody posted pictures from the Stanley Hotel, and they were posting pictures of like. Remember, they had displays of like movie memorabilia and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess they've like changed some of that around, and they had some stuff from Dumb and Dumber and something that I didn't know existed, and I looked for it on eBay afterward and didn't find it, but put out like a saved search. There's like a Dumb and Dumber wall clock. It's just the dumbest looking. It's like that image of them pulling each other's hair.
Yeah.
But it said something stupid on it, and I was like, oh, I want a Dumb and Dumber. Oh, it just says "Dumb Happens" on it, and it's a fucking wall clock, and I want it. I just want it.
Well, I love weird movie. I'm actually looking at weird movie merch right now. I mean, I've been straightening up the house and declogging shelves, and I don't even know where these came from, but we've got the Coneheads Subway Kids Pack.
Oh, wow.
This is I've got Connie and I've got
Connie.
I've got Connie and Primat. I don't have Beldar. So I've been working on my Subway. Hey guys, for no reason at all. There's no reason to this. In front of me right now, I've got these 3 Coneheads things from Subway, 2 doubles. I've got Coneheads action figures, and then I've got this issue of Playboy with Dan Aykroyd on the cover. And because I didn't have a Conehead shelf, so I was like, I'll just put it near me for podcasting. And
so you need a Conehead shelf.
I need a Conehead shelf.
It's a collection. It's growing.
Well, it is growing. Oh, this is what I wanted to bring up. How crazy is this? On the Primat Coneheads figure from Playmates, I want to point this out. It comes with a fucking sex ring.
It comes with the sex rings?
It comes with the ring.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
weird.
It comes with the ring.
Very weird.
Yeah. A different time.
Oh, what did you do to your cone? Anyways, that movie rules. Okay. Let's get into it. So 2025, so here's the deal. About a year ago, we did an episode where we all made top 5 lists of our most anticipated movies of this year. And we had some crossover, right? Like we didn't all pick different movies, but we had specific things that we were all looking forward to. I thought it'd be fun before we talk about. We were going to try to do that for next year, but I started looking at the movie slate for next year, and it's not as for what we do here and the types of pop culture movies we talk about. It is not as juicy of a year, I don't believe. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll talk about it, but I kind of wanted to start here. Based on your most anticipated movies from this year, maybe we can I don't have the list in front of me, but I know like some of them off the top of my head, were Beetlejuice, Twisters, Maxine. I'm just trying to think of some of the other movies we were really, obviously Frozen Empire. I don't know. Maybe we could talk about how some of those either. Yeah, Deadpool, Wolverine. Did they live up to expectations? Did they blow us out of the water? Like where are we on those lists now versus a year ago?
Yeah.
Well, I wish I would have looked at my list from last year because I don't remember what all was on it. I know Twisters was my number one, and it was maybe one of the worst movies I saw this year.
Yeah. It's not a bummer.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I'll never watch it again. So did I?
No, it's bad. Go watch it again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know Horizon, the Kevin Costner movie, was on my list. Here's how much time.
I forgot you put that on your fucking list.
Listen. Here's how time is crazy. At the beginning of this year, I was very excited for the 2-part saga of Horizon Part 1 and 2, Kevin Costner movies.
Mm-hmm.
The first one did so poorly that they just haven't released the second one yet. They were both supposed to come out this year. There's just no plan.
They might not release it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, could you lose money if it comes out and like nobody sees it? Is that are you saving money by not releasing it?
Well, I think that they're probably going to want to do it straight to streaming, and Kevin Costner is like, no, it's supposed to be a theatrical experience. But regardless of all that, it was not well received, and I watched like half of it, and it was just too. I like westerns, but it was just too slow. It just didn't live up to the promise of what I thought it would be. So that's a bummer for me personally. Jacob. Godzilla, Kong, New Empire, Frozen Empire, King of the Empire. What's that movie called? I believe that was
Godzilla X Kong? I don't know if it was. If it was on my list, it was. I was not anticipating that being a very good movie, and I was right. It was fine, and I had fun watching it, but it's the worst American Godzilla film that has come out, or legendary is Godzilla so far.
Okay.
I don't think that's a surprise. They're getting worse.
Right.
I think I probably had Alien on my list.
Yes. Alien Romulus.
Alien.
Romulus, yeah.
And Wicked, I believe, was on your list, Jacob.
Probably. Yeah. It was good. Yeah.
We talked a lot about that. So one thing I wanted to revisit, has anybody rewatched Maxine since seeing it in theater?
No.
I started rewatching it, but I'll be honest, I didn't finish the rewatch.
So
I think it was on Halloween or right around then that I was like, oh, this is out and I can watch it.
But so let's dig into this a little bit. The Ty West trilogy. Where are you on it right now?
I would say that I've cooled off a little bit. After seeing Maxine, I really enjoyed a lot of aspects of it. Maybe there's a chance that I was like too hyped for it because it's like it was the crossover of I already love Ty West's, I love Pearl, and I love X. And I love the 80s and I love serial killers. So I know that, you know what I mean? Like I have interest in that. So when it came to seeing that on screen, I think I probably had extremely high expectations and maybe had done a little bit of the story writing in my head.
Sure.
But when I saw the movie, I really didn't have any major grief or gripe with it. I know, Jacob, you mentioned that Maxine as a character, Minx, seemed like kind of mean and like hardened and a little bit more bitchy in this movie.
Yeah.
Which I did note, and maybe that made her not quite as lovable of a character. But I was there when it came to the finale being about a father who was who had rejected his daughter and was trying to purify and clean her from sin, kind of thing. I definitely enjoyed that, and I enjoyed watching her take her father's life, and I thought that was very nice. But that was very nice, and I love the aesthetic, and I love the jacket, and I love the Puritan movie as a background, and being able to be behind the scenes on a movie set in the 80s. I thought that was very cool, but it lacked a little bit of the gusto and the unique, structuring maybe that X has. I think X is, you can fight me, but I think it's a perfect movie. I think it has, at least for me, I'm like,
fight me, man.
you can fucking fight me. It's got so much beauty and so much terror and so many thoughtful moments about aging and love and lust and sexuality. And I think it's beautiful. And then I think Pearl is its own little, not little, but it's a very good follow-up that has some very starkly disturbing things in it. And it kind of has Pearl being a very similar character to Maxine Minx in the first movie, like just in being her lovable and cute and different. So yeah, I really think that Maxine was something I was looking forward to. I would say it probably met me like halfway, not like all the way with exceeding expectations. But I still bought the shirt. And I still would say I would still say it's my favorite horror trilogy. I know that Charlie XCX said that Maxine Minx is very brat. She said that at some point over the summer or fall.
Well, she said that a lot of people got the brat.
I don't know
label.
what that means.
Oh,
you
know.
Well, I will say this.
I thought that movie was good. I like.
Yeah, Maxine's good.
Yeah.
I will say this. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen this year. Obviously, like every year, there's a million movies I don't see. There's stuff being nominated for awards that sounds interesting. I'll hopefully check out. Twisters sucks. Let's face it. Beetlejuice. I'm scared to rewatch it because I was okay with it, but I have a gut feeling that movie has way more issues than I even remember.
I rewatched it.
How'd it go?
Fun. It's fun. I mean, I got some issues with it. It's not perfect, but I think it's the best that you could have hoped for. And Michael Keaton is clearly having a great time as Beetlejuice. And I was like, whatever. Sure. I try to just be like, well, I mean, hey, it's better than the last 3 Jurassic Park movies. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I know.
I think Furiosa was one of the best movies this year. I think SNL is one of the best movies this year.
Oh yeah, I remember at the beginning of the year none of us knew if Saturday Night was even going to come out this year, but man, they made that movie really quickly.
Yeah.
So Abby, I really like your insight there on the Maxine trilogy. So actually, after hearing you talk about it, I was like, man, I want to rewatch all those movies. I could say this, like, Alien Romulus was really cool. It's something I've wanted to rewatch. It's a fun movie going experience. I thought The First Omen was really good.
Yep. That was good.
Surprisingly good, right? Like, man, this kind of like kicked my ass a little bit. I think In a Violent Nature might be my favorite movie of the year. I think about it all the time. I just do. Is that bad? Like, it is so.
No. I got to pull up my letterbox. I'm like blanking on movies I've seen.
That's
year.
Okay, man. We're all just in this together, man. Abby, we watched In a Violent Nature. I thought that was really an interesting take on slasher. And then Saturday Night is so good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much that came out. The Boy and the Heron was really good. The Substance just came out, which is great.
Oh, yeah, I still got to see Substance.
Yeah, I'm just looking through. Oh, you know what was awful? Salem's Lot was trash.
Oh, the new one.
The new Salem's Lot was so bad.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff this year.
A lot of stuff. Abby, I think I'd give that Salem's Lot a watch. I mean, I'm not expecting anything, but Abby, I know you like that book.
Like the book. I liked the old version of it. The old movie, or is it a series? I'm trying to remember.
There's 2 different versions, and they're both like TV miniseries.
Yeah, I like that. I have not watched the new Salem's Lot after hearing how much you disliked it. Not looking forward to that if I have to ever watch it. Because I love the source material. It's really good. Yeah. It's probably the second most deeply terrifying book after It by Stephen King, I'd say.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's good. Abby, so you mentioned Deadpool and Wolverine. I haven't rewatched it. I enjoyed it a lot in the theater. I know maybe we can tie this into some stuff that's coming up this year. There are some pretty big superhero movies, like some tent poles and some marquee movies coming out. Abby, I gotta ask
Yeah.
you, where are you on the MCU right now? The people want to know.
I'm like ice cold. I feel so not enthused. That's the truth. I just haven't been really excited by anything from the MCU recently. I obviously loved Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but I feel like I'm fatigued and tired from the installments of both the TV shows and the movies. After watching The Penguin, which I'm almost done with, there's like one episode left. That is awesome R-rated storytelling, like graphic novel style, like really, really good stuff. It makes me look at MCU stuff very differently. Like, oh, like why is it so like cookie cutter and so like everything kind of has the same ingredients and the same flavor and the same kind of boring
Same formula.
Yeah, I get very, very tired of it. So yeah, I would say I'm not that enthused. Deadpool Wolverine was like a fun, forgettable, flawed movie that had some weird plot holes, and maybe wasn't the most necessary thing in my opinion. But I mean, I enjoyed it.
You are it's interesting that you say that because I think I don't want to speak for you, but I know how much you love the first two Deadpool movies.
Yeah, I think the first two Deadpools are like I was referring to The Penguin being an R-rated comic book movie that's got love in it and violence and loss and grief and all that stuff. So yeah, I loved the first Deadpool and I loved the second one. The second one was dazzling and had really great characters. And yeah, that's kind of where I stand on the MCU and on Deadpool. Wolverine.
Jacob, we had a long talk about this on the phone yesterday. But I was kind of singing the praises of the Penguin and how good it is and how like it really does kind of make you, to me, like as far as like a superhero show marquee character, it's so different than like what Marvel does with their Disney Plus shows. And like if you look at that run of Disney Plus shows, like I don't think I'm speaking out of turn, but like the first couple I thought were like they kind of worked for me. But when I think about like Moon Knight and Miss Marvel and Secret Invasion, was that Secret Invasion?
Yep, and Hawkeye.
It's almost like it's like the Abby was just saying. It's like this formulaic. So that leads me to.
I mean, Star Wars is the same. Not to get into it, but the Star Wars shows are.
How dare you evoke
basically the same.
Next year, MCU, 3 movies: Captain America: Brave New World,
okay,
Thunderbolts,
sure,
and Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Last one has me a little bit interested.
I'm intrigued.
I like the guy who's playing the Human Torch. I'm pretty sure he was in The Bear.
No, he's playing the Thing.
The Thing. Okay. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one most out of those. I can't
think of his name. Yeah, and Pedro's in it. I think Fantastic Four might be great. It could be great. It has potential. I'm looking at Jacob's face. I'm analyzing Jacob's face.
I mean, it's got potential because it's Fantastic Four and it's something new for the MCU, and it could, usher in like a whole new deal and bring forth mutants and all that. But also, track record for MCU is not the greatest right now.
Yeah.
So I don't find myself particularly like caring about any MCU projects right now. Like Abby, I am most interested in Fantastic Four out of any of the other stuff they have coming out. But I also don't like, I'm not getting my hopes up about it.
Right. Yeah. I personally, I've liked the Thunderbolts previews. I think there's a chance Captain America could be really bad. We know that all the test screenings have been bad. We know there's been a ton of reshoots. Nothing against Sam Wilson as Captain America. I actually like that Falcon Winter Soldier show was good. I like that.
That was one of the better shows.
But it seems like it has some problems. So we'll see. We'll obviously, as those movies kind of roll out, we'll be covering them all. Well, here's the thing. We're all going to probably be at Comic-Con watching Fantastic Four with all of our friends. So no matter what, it's going to be a great time. Right?
Wait, do you think they're going to show it?
No, but it comes out.
Wait, when's
it comes out in the theater?
It's just like Deadpool.
Okay, it comes out.
Yeah,
that
how
weekend.
well
Okay.
we're there. That's the weekend.
They're
Right.
doing it for us.
Sure, whatever.
And then
There'll probably be some better horror movie being coming out at the
Probably.
same. I feel
That
like
will
every
be
year.
offered.
there's-
Well,
Yeah.
listen,
Premiere for free.
I want to get into Jurassic Park in a second because I think that deserves some talk and some thought. From it's pretty. I think we're like Jurassic Park fans. Jacob's the biggest one I know.
Yeah.
He swears by the P, doesn't do the W. Park and World.
Swears by the P and doesn't do the W. That's the
a
name of the
weird
episode.
thing you said.
That's what.
I like it.
That's how you can test somebody if they're like a real Jurassic head. If they start calling it the Jurassic World franchise, you can just Move along.
No, get out of
Get
here.
out of here.
move along. But let's talk. The Superman trailer comes out next week. James Gunn kicking off the DCU Superman. This is a full circle moment for me. Okay, and this is why. We're about to celebrate our 9th anniversary, and that's a big deal. A lot of podcasts don't make it 9 years. Some don't make it 9 minutes. Just putting it out there. But there's 2 reasons why a new Superman movie is fun for me. One of our early episodes was our review of Batman versus Superman. It was the second movie in the Snyderverse. Abby went and saw it twice.
I was still learning about podcasting. I was like, well, every movie, see it twice.
Yeah. And
I gave too much money to that movie.
you did. And then Jacob, I've talked about this before, but famously, we have a review episode of Man of Steel that lasted like 20 minutes and we sputtered out and decided not to do it. That never saw the light of day early on.
If you think
I
Jake
forget
is
about
cranky
that.
now, go
Yeah.
back to that episode.
Yeah, if you think Jake's in a bad mood ever,
Was I in a bad mood or did I just?
I
hate
mean,
the
I'm
movie?
assuming just based on our subjectivity of being so boring.
just that I was like, guys, let's do a
It's not gonna be
retrospective
fun,
on Man of
but let's
Steel.
talk about it.
Those movies suck, and they should have been better because, like, they've been telling us Superman's really important for a long time, and he gets a lot of TV shows that people seem to like, but they haven't figured it out for movies.
I mean, I have never seen a Superman movie that was any good. I know that's a hot take.
That's a
I
take.
mean, ever. There are 0 good Superman movies.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a take.
It's gonna take James Gunn, I think, to like get me into Superman. I think he's the man that can do it. But also, like you, Jacob, I have no interest in Superman. He's the most milquetoast, boring character. And I can hear John Yerkeba, our friend, saying, "No, he's not. He's got all this
Yeah.
other cool stuff."
He doesn't.
I just
I'm
accidentally.
Oh,
hoping
he's
the
got a
movie's like-
dog.
He does have a dog.
I would like it if it's awesome and like I somehow relate to Superman, but I have not been a fan of that character at any point in my life.
Yeah.
Well, what
same.
I'll say is the right director, the right writer, like it, great. It just takes a lot. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna hold up all reservations until we see that first trailer. Actually, until we see the movie, right? Like I'm sure the trailer will probably be pretty good. But it does tie back to Twisters and to X because we know David Cornsweet is playing Superman, who was in Pearl, and he was in Twisters.
Okay.
And I just think it's gonna be. You know who is in it? Isn't Jimmy Olsen being played by the kid from Righteous Gemstones?
Yeah, I think so.
Gideon?
Yeah. And that
Yeah.
he looks like he literally just looks like what you think Jimmy Olsen looks like. So,
Right.
Jacob, is there a chance Superman comes out, blows you away, and it's your favorite movie?
No. I just don't think that is possible. I mean, I don't
I love
know.
it.
James, I don't have 100% faith in James Gunn as a film maker. I like some of his stuff. I think some of his stuff's really great, and I think some of it's pretty bad. So it might be a hit or miss for me. I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Abigail, do you think there's a chance Superman comes out as your favorite movie of the year?
Yeah. I absolutely do. I can see myself going down that. I can visualize it. I know
I
that
can see myself.
I
You
love the
just said
Suicide Squad.
Superman is the most milquetoast character of all time.
I know, but I'm waiting to have James Gunn flip him on his side and have me see some relatable quality.
You
in
want to see
Superman
David
and
Corn
love
sweat
That's
on
not
his
gonna
side.
I want to see it. I think that James Gunn can do that. I know that I'm just part of his flock from seeing Guardians Volume 1 and like having that be a life-changing thing for me. But I can still hope. I would really like to be like blown away and
There you
suddenly
go.
care about Superman.
Rebellions are built on hope. Hey, I watched the last 5 minutes of Rogue One on YouTube the other day, and I cried the whole time. So
Cool.
there's that. Okay, let's talk about Jurassic World Rebirth. Jacob, we were talking yesterday.
Yeah.
It's crazy how fast this movie came together, and it comes out this year.
We might get a trailer soon.
Yeah.
It comes out like a week before Fantastic Four. It comes out July. Or wait, no, I'm thinking of Superman. It comes out no, July 2nd. Yeah. Superman and Fantastic Four and wait, when does Superman come out? Is that in
July? It all comes out in July.
All three of those movies come out in July. Yeah. So
Man. Okay.
yeah, it's coming really quick.
So this is the I don't know. They're kind of relaunching the franchise again. It takes place 4 or 5 years after the events of whatever that last one was, whatever that movie was, Dominion. Gareth Edwards directing. Gareth Edwards. Speaking of Rogue,
Yeah.
I wonder if I subconsciously did that
Maybe.
because of Rogue One, and he did Godzilla 2014, correct?
Yep.
And written by David Koepp, who did the original screenplay for Jurassic Park. Supposedly Steven Spielberg is very involved, more so this go around, and Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali leading the way. Good cast. I mean, they're saying this is we don't know much about the movie. There's not a lot of plot out or anything, but this is the discussion topic I wanted to get to. They keep saying it's more of a throwback to the vibe of the first movie. So I feel like that might mean something different to everybody else. So, Abby, I want your unfiltered thoughts. How do you recapture the magic of the first Jurassic Park? Is it even possible?
I mean, the wonder that was like so magnificent about Jurassic Park was the first time that humans had seen dinosaurs like in a movie that seemed like believable and real, because I feel like the special effects were just not to that point. So it's like they're going to have to have something completely different that we've never seen before is what I'm thinking. Because they've already gone back into the park and restarted the engine of the Jeep and like ran from the T-Rex and done all the stuff in the Jurassic World movies. So I don't think it's going to be a nostalgia thing. I'd like to think that maybe they have some sort of a intellectual concept that is really interesting, because that's what Michael Crichton, obviously, like that was where the idea of like, oh, it's a little bit of frog DNA and a little bit of like this amber. Okay, that's believable. Like if there's something that they can get us to accept and to believe and show us a new creature, but not like, look, this one can camouflage, but like, I don't know. I guess I'd like it to be something wholly different, and just as exciting and just as plausible as the first.
Okay.
If you read that article, David Koepp he explained what they meant by it's in the same kind of vibe as the first movie, and he explained that the first three films are all about a small group of people kind of going on a mission together. It's like an isolated incident. It's not this worldwide giant park. It's like they're all three of those movies are basically like secret missions. We got to go save somebody or something. And they said that's what the new movie is. It's a small group of people going back to the island with a mission. And that's what they mean by same vibe as the original.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I have zero feelings on a new Jurassic Park right now because I think the last three there was some good stuff in them, but they're so bad and they're so far away from what the original Jurassic Park was that I am left like emotionless to the news that there's another Jurassic Park coming because the chances that it's good are like astronomically in the wrong direction. So until I see a trailer, I'm like dead on it. I have no feelings in my heart for it.
So I was thinking about what Abby was just saying. Like, it's almost impossible. You can't avoid having this conversation without the concept of part of the magic, beyond the fact that it's just like a great story that kind of captures like the wonder of human imagination. Part of the magic was the execution of the special effects and seeing that happen for the first time and it being like a communal experience that everybody like. It's happened a couple times in movie history where technology completely changed the way that we experience movies. Like it happened with, you know, Terminator 2, and then a couple years later, it really happens with Jurassic Park, where we were kids, but like you still felt like this is new. We've never seen something like this before. That doesn't exist anymore. What could they do from a special effects point of view where you would go, whoa, I've never seen that.
No,
like, it's all been done.
I think the way to go with the dinosaurs is you go less is more. You can't make everything
That's
big.
more Spielberg.
Everything needs to not be big and crazy and now there's a T-Rex and a Spinosaur and a fucking Therosaur.
Flying T-Rex.
Like, you have to make it smaller. There needs to be less dinosaurs. They need to be scarier. And it needs to be more in the darkness, more obscure. It needs to feel important when you see the dinosaurs. It needs to be done with like camera work and vibe and the feel of whatever's happening in the movie. It needs to, like, the first time you see that Brachiosaurus, even though if you go back and watch it now, like it doesn't, it's not the best looking dinosaur in the movie. But it's like the first big dinosaur you see, and it feels important because of the way the structure of the movie is and the music and what's happening. And they need to do stuff like that. They need to make it smaller, but it needs to feel more magical. But that's not going to happen.
The way you just described it sounds like it could happen.
No, yeah, but nobody listens to me, Abby. So you
a lot of people listen to you.
I know, but not the people who are making Jurassic Park movies. If they listen to me, we'd have a good Jurassic Park movie, because I have said multiple times my idea for how they could make a really amazing Jurassic Park film, and it's never going to happen. And I just think like Michael Crichton's dead, so you don't have his mind to base the story on. David Koepp is still writing, but I don't know, like what his process is like or how it's changed. And even though Steven Spielberg is involved, his involvement is still just like visiting set and being like, cool, looks good. He's not writing, he's not directing, so it's not going to have that. It's not going to have whatever ideas Michael Crichton came up with to make the first two movies as good as they are. So like, what's the point?
Wait a minute, you just triggered something. Is there a chance that these drones are part of the mystery UFO movie Steven Spielberg's filming?
Yeah, 100%. Hope so.
Start that rumor. Yeah.
It's either that or
on everyone. There's just cameras on everyone, and they're gathering footage for their found footage UFO movie.
Oh,
that's the new technology.
Hey, let's talk about something else. I don't want to talk about Jurassic Park anymore.
Well, hold on. First of all,
there's a lot of other movies coming up.
This is important, though. Jacob, you've often said that the best way to do Jurassic Park is to redo it and make it even more faithful to the book.
I think there's two ways. I think you either do that, you just get out of the movie continuity and remake the book accurately, or you do something very, very small. I've given my idea for a Jurassic Park with Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler protecting, the very last Brachiosaur in existence or something. I think that would be more fun to watch than
Sure.
watching them fight over locusts. And I don't know.
So, but this is what I was going to say, and this goes back to points you both were dancing around, which is what makes a great movie is for the, ultimately the viewer has to be kind of captivated by the story, right? You have to see yourself in the story and how you would react in this situation, and like experiencing the characters on screen and their emotions and how they process it, right? So a big thing, the biggest thing in Jurassic Park that makes it work is that you're going, whoa, these people have spent their career studying dinosaurs, something that has been extinct forever. And they are realizing in a moment that this thing that they've been studying, that they can't see, they can't touch, feel, smell, or hear, they now can. And what does that do to a person? It completely changes their entire worldview, changes their career, changes their humanity. You cannot achieve that 7 movies into a series where the entire world knows about dinosaurs and kind of just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
You're going to have to tell some sort of human story that the dinosaurs almost have to become secondary, which it's a Jurassic Park movie. I don't think it's a great situation.
I disagree with that.
All right, go. No, please tell me why I'm wrong.
If I may, too many people convoluted the last movie and the ones before that. There were far too many characters, human characters, whose stories I didn't care about. I think what Jacob's saying with one dinosaur in focus, slowly we become like aware of the presence of that dinosaur and the threat of it, like through camera angles, and shooting it properly. I think that would be a way to do it. Like,
well, they have to go ahead.
No, that's
Sorry.
it. I was agreeing with you.
They have to kind of like what you were both saying. In the first Jurassic Park, the movie was treated as if dinosaurs, like everybody, the actors, the characters, and the audience watch that movie and it feels like, oh cool, dinosaurs are real. This is a real thing. But 6 movies in, the CGI, the effects has gotten worse. They look worse in the last Jurassic World than they do. And there's so many of them, and they're doing such crazy, fantastical things that dinosaurs don't feel real anymore. And that is a problem. They don't feel real to us. They don't feel real to an audience. None of it feels realistic anymore.
Fucking mad. Think about.
I know. I want to talk. I don't want. That's why I'm saying, like, let's talk about a movie we're excited for.
All right, let's talk about a movie we're excited for. Anybody?
Yeah, I got one. It's also coming out in July. I don't know if you had. You know what movie this is? There's no title. Let me see if I got the. I think I.
No, I don't.
Oh, what did you think? What did you think I was?
I thought you were going to say 28 years later.
Oh no, who cares? There's a untitled Trey Parker film coming out.
Yes, with Kendrick
Lamar. It comes out in July. Yes. And the premise is this. I'm just going to read. This is from Wikipedia. This film will depict the past and present coming to a head when a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. Made by the guys who bring you South Park.
Yeah. Well, listen, they are the most important satirists. Is that how you say that word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Of our entire generation. I think Trey Parker and Matt Stone are brilliant, and I'm probably going to watch Basketball tonight because of it.
Yeah.
You
should.
Hey, that's
a movie a movie they didn't write.
Yeah, but they still elevated it. That plot is insane.
It's insane, yeah.
And it is, and Abby, it's going to be Kendrick. He's gonna have a big year. He's performing at the Super Bowl halftime, and then he's doing the new Trey Parker Matt Stone movie.
From one big thing to the next.
Yeah,
their career is really just interesting in general. But yeah, go for it.
Well,
I think they can tackle any subject matter and find the humor in it and make it somehow important and memorable.
Yeah.
Hey, I do have a list of movies that are coming out. If you want to, like, we could just. Do you have a list? I don't know.
No,
All right. Well, I got a list. Let's just go down the line.
Okay.
In February, The Monkey comes out, which is a Stephen King adaptation.
Okay.
Directed by Osgood Perkins, the son of Anthony Perkins from Psycho.
That's interesting.
He's the guy who directed Longlegs.
Okay.
But The Monkey, Stephen King. Hopefully that's good. Bong Joon-ho, the guy who directed The Host and Parasite. Parasite was like a big deal.
Oh, I know about this movie.
Mhm.
He's got this movie coming out called Mickey 17 with what's his name? The Batman in it.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson is in it. Trailer looks really great. That's coming out this year. Probably my most anticipated movie is coming out in May, and it's The Life of Chuck.
Okay.
Stephen King, Mike Flanagan doing another Stephen King movie. The Running Man is coming out this year. Another Stephen King.
Lots of Stephen King.
Yeah, Wicked 2 is coming.
Stephen
Paul
King.
Thomas Anderson has a movie coming out this year.
There's no plot on that one yet, right?
There's no plot. It's called The Battle at Bactan Cross, and it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it. There's a new Predator movie. There's a new Megan movie. There is a new 28 Days Later. The fucking Lonely Island is making a Naked Gun movie that's coming out this year.
So I wanted to talk about the Naked Gun movie.
Okay.
When I first heard about this, I was like, man, like, how do you do Naked Gun without Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah.
Because Abby, we rewatched Naked Gun fairly recently. It's very funny.
Yeah, it was really formative for me, like in my sense of humor and stuff. I saw it when I was young.
I don't want to give Abby's business, but like the openings for the movie where it's the cop car and it's like going through the streets and then it's like in an apartment or whatever. We were watching it and Abby's like, when I was a kid, I used to look at this and go, how are they pulling this off? Like, how are they doing this?
I don't know how they do it in movie magic.
Well, I used to want to always watch those movies because Weird Al's in one of them.
Okay.
And I used to just think that was the coolest thing ever, that Weird
That's
Al
so
was
funny.
in the movie.
When he gets off the plane.
Yeah.
So in remaking it, I think it's kind of like, it kind of feels like unnecessary. But then, so it's Liam Neeson. I almost said it's Leslie Nielsen. It's not.
Nope.
It's Liam Neeson and Pam Anderson. And, they almost kind of did the thing where, like, if you remember, like, Priscilla Presley was kind of like, she was a little bit older, a little bit wiser, as kind of the love interest in the originals. And she's great in those movies. And, like, I have this gut feeling that there's a chance that the Naked Gun could be great.
It might be funny. Yeah.
Like it might, and I don't think I think they're gonna say he's like a relative of Frank Drebin. I don't think he's playing Frank Drebin. They're gonna like.
You don't think so? You don't think it's Frank? Oh.
No, I think he's like his son or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's weird.
I could be wrong. But yeah, Akiva's directing it.
Yeah,
from Lonely Island, and you never know.
You guys know there's also a Sesame Street movie coming out next year.
What?
There's no date for it. There's no date for it yet, and there's not a lot of info about it, but there is a Sesame Street movie coming out. There's also supposed to be a Star Trek movie coming out next year.
Right.
Also, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is coming out.
Yeah, I saw that one. Pumped on that.
None of those have dates yet.
Is that the one Andrew Garfield was going to do? What's the one No, that's a different movie. Was that Wolfman?
I don't know.
There's something that Andrew Garfield was committed to, and then he backed out and was. I don't know. So, hey, how about Wolfman? That's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob.
Okay. That movie looks awful.
I feel like
that movie looks so bad.
I keep depleting Jacob's energy.
I know. I was like, let's gas Jacob up with something.
I'm gonna watch it, but it looks bad.
What about Avatar: Fire and Ash?
Oh, boo! Oh, wait, is that an Evil Dead?
Oh,
that's the new Evil Dead. Hey, there's also, I don't know if you guys have ever seen. You know what? I bet I do know if you've ever seen this.
I hope I've seen
the
it.
original Return of the Living Dead.
I've never seen that.
So Return of the Living Dead, let me give you a tiny bit of history about it. So when George Romero made Night of the Living Dead,
Yeah.
it got to a point where he wanted to make a sequel. But he kind of co-wrote that movie with somebody else, and there was like a little bit of a rights thing. They both wanted to make sequels to Night of the Living Dead, but they wanted to go in different directions. And they were both okay with that, and they were like, okay, well, George Romero said, I'm going to continue making movies, and I'll call my movies, like Day of the Dead or whatever.
Right. Okay.
And then the other guy got to keep Living Dead. So there is a movie. It's the first movie in the franchise, but it's called Return of the Living Dead.
Okay.
And it's not really supposed to be like a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, but it's this guy's own thing. The movie's very silly. It is very fun. It's great. It is a cult classic. It's got like really iconic stuff in it. The Tar Man is like any horror fan knows who the Tar Man is. Return of the Living Dead is great. There's a sequel coming out this year, and the trailer came out last week, and they're saying that it is, it's not made by the same people, but they're like, it takes place 18 months after the original. It's not a reboot. It's not a remake. It is a sequel to the original film. It is a period piece. It is basically Return of the Living Dead Part 2, even though there's already like 6 of those movies doing that thing. But I think that's exciting. I don't know that it's going to be like groundbreaking or anything, but the Tar Man is like he's up there with Freddy Krueger to a lot of people. Like people that you hear about Tar Man a lot. A lot of company, Trick or Treat Studios is making Return of the Living Dead toys right now, but that's just exciting. It's not like, it's not going to be a blockbuster or anything, but the fact that there's a Return of the Living Dead sequel coming out, I think is I'm more excited about that than fucking Wolfman.
By the way, I was right. Andrew Garfield was going to be in Frankenstein, but he's not. It's Jacob Elordi, is that his name? Abby, it's the guy from
Elodie?
Elodie, yeah, from Euphoria and from Saltburn.
Yeah,
so
familiar.
Yeah. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is going to be like, that's just going to be good. So
yeah,
cool. I bet Jacob will watch it on a plane.
And I think it's going straight to Netflix though, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah. What the fuck? Well, there's some stuff coming out next year. I just I keep having this thing. I just need to. I miss so many movies because I get indecision about what to watch, and I end up just watching Seinfeld all the time. So I need to have a structure where I force myself to sit down and watch these. I want somebody to hold me accountable.
You need to get a letterbox and make lists. Make a watch list, and then you'll watch them.
That is true. I do like lists.
It's a good goal.
Yeah, because even Jacob, did you end up watching Joker 2 last night?
No.
Okay. Me either. We talked about it, though. I want to see it.
I'm not sure I can bring myself to
listen,
do it.
Abby, everyone's saying it's horrible, the worst movie ever made, but doesn't that entice you to want to check out what this fucking thing is?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but also it's the knowledge of if somebody's like, oh my God, this tastes terrible, try some. You're not going to want to do that.
Yes.
I don't really.
Yeah, but I mean, also
it's your time.
I thought all those things about the first Joker. So what do I want to watch it again?
Yeah, I thought the first one was a bitter, distasteful pill that I didn't want to swallow. So I'm not looking forward to another installation from that universe.
Should have put that on the poster. Abigail Gardner says it's a bitter, distasteful pill.
It's a jagged little pill.
A jagged little
pill. I don't want to watch it. And I also heard that Lady Gaga is barely in it, and it doesn't. Her character and her as a person, they don't feel respected or whatever. So I'm just I don't want it. I don't
can't read my Joker face.
I'll watch
Sorry.
A Star Is Born.
I love that.
Lady Gaga.
I love that.
So sad.
Hey,
so good.
Jacob.
Y'all need to widen your minds.
I can't. It's all Ghostbusters.
I know.
It's what I
know.
We watched Wedding Crashers today, and I laughed the entire time. The movie's very funny.
It's great.
Hey, where's Vince Vaughn? What's he up to? Nobody knows. I do want to watch Joker 2. I've never seen Gladiator.
I've been telling you to see that. Yeah.
I thought you guys would really think that was interesting. I guess I was wrong.
No.
All right, so there's a bunch of shit coming out this year. We're going to cover it. We're going to see these movies. Although I went to the MCU list the other day of every MCU movie. Almost like the first 95% saw opening day. I don't feel like I don't have that anymore. Like, I think I'll be able to wait on Captain America, maybe. Unless I hear it's great. But I am excited about Wicked too.
Yeah.
The real MCU.
Me too.
The Munchkin Cinematic Universe. I just made that up.
Yeah.
That rules.
That was my favorite movie of this past year.
Wicked?
As much as I loved Saturday Night, and that's a great movie too. That would be second. But first was Wicked. I was completely taken aback by that. And continue to like have a growing affection for the movie and the soundtrack. So yeah.
My mom texted me the other day. Texted me and Abby, group text. And it just said, Saturday Night Live movie. $9.99 to rent, $14.99 to buy. What should I do?
Buy it.
Just like you get Jason right.
You're asking what the better deal is? I can pay $4 more and literally own it forever. Buy it.
Yeah.
She liked it. She said she was supposed to text when she finished, and I didn't hear from her the next day. So apparently she fell asleep, and she had rewatched it. She liked it.
Nosferatu Christmas Day got tickets.
Oh,
yeah, that's another one.
It's getting amazing reviews. So.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I think I love the dude. Oh, what was it? Django that came out around Christmas. I have very good memories.
Came out on Christmas, I think,
of Christmas Day movies. I think it's an important tradition.
I like when it happens, and I like when it's a movie that I want to see. I remember like Thanksgiving. I remember Lincoln came out on Thanksgiving, and I went to see it, and I thought it was good, but it's more fun when it's a movie like Django or Nosferatu coming out on like those are fun movies to see on Christmas.
Never mind, I'm not
good.
President's boring. Historical.
Come on,
stuff,
Abby,
boring.
we saw Lincoln in theaters.
It was kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say? It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
There's probably a much more interesting angle and take that you could try for
Lincoln.
I think so.
They did it. Yeah. He was a vampire hunter.
Yep, that's probably it.
Jacob, you're going with your mom?
Yeah.
I want to take my mom to see Nosferatu.
That's cool.
Do it.
Yeah.
She's all the way up in Chicago. I'll just send her.
Okay, so I'm a better son than you are.
Take your mother to Nosferatu this Christmas.
Moms everywhere love it.
I hope your mom listens to this and she's like, "Yeah, why aren't you taking me to the movie?"
She listens to this.
Let's do it.
I told my mom
she might
$9.99 to rent the episode or $14.99 to buy. She's having indecision on which one.
Or it's free if you take her to see Nosferatu.
Okay.
Or like you two could just go see the movie.
We're gonna go see it. I think we are gonna go see it. Is Christmas Day release not like Christmas Eve won't be out?
I don't know the answer to that. I got tickets for Christmas Day.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I think our nephews are too young to take. They're 5 and 2. But
take them. Who cares?
Like, y'all want to see some rats?
That's life.
Dude, no, the point of seeing Nosferatu is to like sneak out of a family gathering or avoid something and then go see it. Like, at least that's what all the memes and everyone's been talking about. Like, it's like it's a cool cousins excursion kind of thing to do.
Cool cousins walk.
Cool cousins.
Yeah, cool cousins. We're taking a walk. We're gonna go see Nosferatu.
Hey, I think one Christmas we need to. I want to get all of our friends together on Christmas and have like a Christmas thing.
Christmas?
Yeah. Why don't we do that?
Well, I think a lot of our I'm trying to think. Like Ryan's always at his. He's in Canada. That's hard. Hal's probably
right.
I wonder if Hal.
I say we go to Hal's house. Whether
we'll go to Hal's house for Christmas.
Yeah. Hello.
I don't know. I just think it'd be nice. It'd be fun. We can make our own food and have a Christmas tree and watch some movies. And
Yes.
Can we do
we'll have a
Christmas
little
stuffing?
YHS Christmas. Yeah, of
I
course.
think that'd be awesome.
Because I told you guys I'm sick of this once a year stuffing bullshit. I might have
Yeah,
some
dude.
tonight.
Yeah, we can do stuffing and stockings.
Craig, you can literally buy it year round. It's not a seasonal item. I don't know if you figured that out.
He wants it
It's-
ready made.
It's there.
Yeah, it's actually not. You just add water.
You literally just boil it.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Boyle.
It's literally
It's the
dried old
easiest thing
bread
to make.
and
Yeah.
seasoning
That's why it's so good.
and water.
Oh, it's so good. Abby, describe it a little more. All right. So we got a fun year coming up. Lots
The
of good
wet
movies to
crouton.
see. Lots of good stuff. Let us know in the comments. What are you watching? What are you looking forward to? Because sometimes I get good recommendations from the audience. They might say, I found a movie called Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. You should watch it.
Well, there's always movies that sneak up on you and you don't know are being made, and
Right.
just like that. There's always like secret movies, and I think that's fun, and I'm always
Well,
looking
that's
forward.
Part of the
Or movies that we might see the title and then be like, I have no idea what that is, and then when it comes out, you're like, oh, cool, that's the best thing I've ever seen. So,
nothing will ever beat the time they secretly released the Cloverfield movie the night on the Super Bowl.
That's what we're all longing for and hoping to
God.
replicate.
More
At least
secret.
I am.
That, you know what else I really loved when even though the movie ended up being really bad, when we got a secret Blair Witch sequel out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Filmed the whole movie and released it, and it was like not announced what it was until like the week it was coming out or something
Hey.
like that.
There's a drone in that movie. So
Jeez.
it
Fuck,
could be a
right.
Blair Witch thing.
That makes me so mad. There's a drone in the Blair Witch
You just said there
sequel.
could be a Blair Witch.
I
3.
wonder if it's any good.
That could be the drone thing. I'm going to get on
Yeah.
Twitter. Guys,
Viral.
new update. New Jersey drones. Could be another Blair Witch. Stay tuned for more.
I was watching the drones at 3:32 a.m. and they all formed the Blair Witch symbol in the sky.
Alex Jones puts up a video. Folks, we're going down to Maryland tonight. We're getting to
I
that
don't know.
forest.
I don't think Alex Jones is making videos anymore. Didn't he get didn't somebody buy his show and shut it down or something?
Doesn't matter. He's making a Blair Witch video tonight. Folks, the legends are true. It's all happening. They don't want you to know about it, but I'm going to tell you right now, the Blair Witch is back. It's in the sky. I want to see that video so bad.
Folks, go down to your
Landon,
basement.
listen.
Stand in the corner.
Smells like sulfur. It's got you in the corner. Stare into the corner. Fuck, this was fun. I love movies. Abby,
Yeah,
what are we watching
I was gonna
tonight?
say, I love having secret movies that pop out that you don't expect to be amazing happen. But one of my favorite things, as somebody who grew up not watching all the movies I wanted to, I like knowing that there's movies like Return of the Living Dead, like you're telling me about, Jacob.
I think you would like it too, Abby.
I think I would too. I looked it up
it's
while you were
got
talking
Abby
about it. The
vibes.
aesthetic
Yeah.
of it looks like punk rock in 80s and
It
stuff.
is.
So I was like,
Yep.
I'll watch that. And like, that's why I like podcasting. I like to hear about movies that are going to interest me and formulate thoughts in my head and inspire me. So yeah, the fact that there are still movies out there that I haven't flipped over and uncovered.
Same.
why I like
That's
doing
my
this.
favorite thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and just I can't wait to map out the future of YHS with you guys. Like we've got some fun stuff coming up. We've
Mhm.
got it's gonna be fun. And listen, I know, guys, if you're here to listen about Ghostbusters, we promise you, when there's Ghostbusters news on a new movie, show, whatever, we're gonna be right there.
Mhm.
But we've had these periods of time in podcast history, 2017, 2018, 2019, where there are, peaks and valleys and lulls, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to slow down. We're going to go even harder. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Return of the Living Dead, Night of the Living Dead,
Days of the Dead
Days of the
convention.
Dead, Dazed and Confused.
We're going
Hey.
back.
Is this the year we go back to Days of the Dead?
That would be
Um,
called Return of the Days of the Dead.
Return of the Days.
Yeah, dude. I'm probably going to get like a denim jacket and
What do you think? Cut the sleeves off?
probably just get like a black denim jacket and like get like a patch for every movie
There's
and put it on there.
That you like?
Hey, there's
I've ever
some
seen.
there's some other horror convention happening in Atlanta that I saw, and I was looking at the guest list. I was like, some of it's the same, some of it's okay, but it's It's called something else, and I cannot remember. Are you
I'm
looking it up,
at
Craig?
there's something. Well, there's Atlanta Horror Con, and then there's Mad Monster Party.
Mad Monster Party is the one I've been seeing people post about.
Well, what are they mad about? Probably because
Well,
they
they're
went to Days of the
monsters.
Dead.
Monsters are always mad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look up the guest list for Mad Monster
The
Party
after
in
party.
Atlanta. If they all went to Days of the Dead and were not happy with their
First, they got
experience,
mad.
God, dude, I've skipped over
Kane
so much.
Hodder grabbed them. Sorry.
All right, Mad Monster Party Atlanta. My computer's being a little glitchy tonight. Sorry about that, everybody. While I look this up, Abigail, what can we look forward to from YHS this week as far as toy anxiety goes?
Well, we're going to be talking about toys.
Nice.
It's going to be
Nice.
live. Ryan Dole will be there.
I think
Nice.
he will, yeah.
And then, yeah,
Jacob,
I'm looking forward to it.
Jacob, you gotta.
I'll hopefully have some stuff to show off. I want to go to Target tonight, actually, because I've been trying to clean out all the Targets of their Wicked sections. Because I'm collecting the notebooks. So if anyone out there listens and finds those Wicked notebooks, send them to me, please.
I saw the Wicked hairbrushes the other day at Walmart.
Why didn't you buy them? I want
I said
one.
I did.
Oh, I need to go to Walmart. I didn't know they had that. I want a
It
wand.
was like an end cap of like all
That's
Wicked
badass.
stuff.
Brushing my hair, doing my side part.
That's me.
Wait, is Jonathan Majors at this convention?
Yes.
Well, he might be more mad than anybody.
Oh,
All right, we got Tom Atkins from Halloween 3.
Yep.
Mhm.
And the Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey Combs is great.
Darcy's going to be there from Joe Bob.
Darcy. Yeah.
That's a reason.
It's two reasons.
She's the reason.
Sorry.
Invention. No, that's two reasons.
Rose
Yeah,
McGowan.
my thing. It's okay.
Another 2 reasons.
Rose McGowan?
Yeah.
I like her.
Of
Charmed?
course. Ron Perlman.
Mhm.
PJ Souls.
Hellboy.
Hellboy.
PJ.
PJ.
Yeah.
And then
PJ.
Abby. Lou Diamond Phillips, which, if we are talking about my absolute favorite moment from 2024, it was on the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire red carpet when I saw Lou Diamond Phillips, and I went, "Holy shit, that's Lou Diamond Phillips!" And Abby leads into me, and goes, "Hey, who's Blue Diamond Phillips?"
In my mind, I liked Blue Diamond Phillips. It's a cool
Blue
name.
Diamond sounds cooler. Yeah.
Consider changing that to Blue Diamond. Yeah.
He's La Bamba, or I mean, Lou is. I don't know who Blue is.
Why was he at the ghost? Why was he
Yeah.
there?
There was a random assort. I don't know if we ever talked about it. There was like, premieres. A lot of
The,
people get invites.
Yeah.
He was there. Kevin Pollak was there. Keenan Thompson was there.
Mm-hmm.
Al Roker.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. So, all right, cool. Well, everybody, thank you for being here for a lively episode of Yes Have Some Podcast. We're dropping these episodes on Mondays now. So every Monday, you can check your podcast feed wherever you get your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or, of course, on YouTube for the full video experience. Make sure that you hit the like, subscribe button. Do all that stuff. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. But more than anything, have a good time. Enjoy your holidays. Family is stressful. So if you need to distance yourself, hell, load up Spotify, listen to a classic YHS. You just won't find
And eat a cookie.
Eat a cookie. You won't find our Man of Steel episode anywhere. But
Are we? Oh, so we have one more episode before Christmas,
okay,
right?
That
is
is
that true?
That is a true.
Yeah,
piece
there's
of
another
truth.
week.
It's a
Let's
true
make it
statement.
Christmas. Let's make it Christmas themed. We don't have to figure it out right here, but some sort of wish list or some.
Oh, I
sort
can-
of,
Yeah.
Yeah,
something.
I'll get
Let's
on
do
that.
something or a Christmas game or something. Abby, you figure it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I will.
Also,
you know what? I will. Yeah, that sounds
Cool.
fun.
I was thinking about favorite.
I like
Christmas-
when we do the wish list with unlimited amounts of money.
unlimited budget wish
Well,
list. Abby's like, I want
I'll
a
never forget.
747.
I'm getting an RV.
An RV. I remember that. Wookiees and Cookies. Everybody go watch Wookiees and Cookies.
Yeah,
Watch
do
that, and then
Christmas.
I was thinking about my favorite Christmas songs because it's actually a category I'm passionate about. The song from Gremlins is a great Christmas song. The opening theme song.
Which Christmas? That one?
Yeah.
Isn't that also in
It's in a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's in other movies too, but yeah, that's that one, right? Yeah.
I read a thing today that there's a Christmas song. Is it not Rocking Around the Christmas Tree? Is not sung by a woman. It's like a 12-year-old boy.
I don't
This sounds like something you should have researched
Okay.
before sharing.
So that's something to think about, something to chew on between now and then.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a Christmas themed episode. And maybe we can maybe Abby, find a fun holiday game for us to play.
You got it. All good at Target. Getting a game for the whole family. We're playing Pit tonight.
Playing
What is
Pit.
that?
It's from Freaks and Geeks. Where the whole family is going to play the board game, and the dad's always like, "We're playing Pit." It's funny.
Man, I haven't seen that in a long time.
It's a good show, yeah.
I don't know if
It
I should
is.
tell the story. I'm going to skip this one, but
Don't.
it's something. I've skipped 3 funny things tonight. I'm getting better. I'll tell you guys off air. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Follow YHS Podcast on Instagram at YHS Podcast, and stay tuned for more from the gang. Stay tough, Marshmallow fans.
Jesus Christ.
What? It's the reason for the season.
I don't know. You keep saying you're editing all the funny stuff out, but you'll say stuff like that. Right?
Say the dumb shit.
Unless you want this podcast to do well,
Yeah, don't
say
you?
the funny stuff.
Say whatever it is, dude.
All right, I'll tell. There was an adult feature recently.
Porn?
Yes.
It was like a
Yeah?
video.
What about it?
The setup was there's this. I might have to cut those, but
Tell
these
it. Why?
setup
No,
Who
just fucking tell us
says
a little bit
who,
about-
Craig?
storyline.
Yeah, nobody
Scared
cares.
of.
These 2 girls were playing Settlers of Catan,
Yeah?
and it just
Strips.
it escalated.
But
That
Craig's
is
like,
something I could get behind.
Craig's like, but now
They
I'm
have a
really
shared
interested
interest.
in learning Settlers of Catan.
Yeah, now I just really want to learn.
I've never wanted to
Not
learn
a
it
settle.
so much. I remember my brother brought that one year, like when you were first part of the
let me
family.
tell you what, I
We
was
had
there.
no interest
It was
playing it.
not like this
It was
video.
not as good as the adult feature.
Oh my
Bye, everybody.
God.
I watched the Ally
Bye.
competition.
Because of the
It's
game
fine.
or the women in the game.
Like both. Like one thing leads to the next. And
Yeah, dude. All right. Bye, everybody.
good
Bye.
night.
Do you want some coffee, Mr. Tully?
Do I? Yes, have some. Yes, have some.